Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great week, and welcome to this new video and your daily update. On Bitcoin, we're going to do a full update. We'll talk about the technicals, we'll talk about the fundamentals, of course, as you expect. But if you're new to the channel, that's what we'll do. All right. Yesterday we had the inflation rate and CPI data. In general, that did not really cause that much movement. Although, by the way, super strong, amazing to see. That's beside the point. No, what you saw is that the dollar strength index, it has basically been at the same area right here since before the news. But after the news, we got a little bit of bearish momentum, but not much. And the dollar strength index, in general, I also do think is a very important fundamental data point for the markets. Right now, it's very much consolidating, I would say. And if we really want to get some bullish momentum from this, then we need this to drop down. Now, it's not completely true that if this is bullish, we cannot be bullish. I mean, the dollar strength index and the crypto markets were both bullish during November. But still, bearish would be better. For now, doesn't really have an impact. Stock markets did quite well yesterday. Whether we have a bit of a pullback here or whether we continue this bullish momentum doesn't really matter. In the end, we will remain in an uptrend. I see no reason why we would not, even though gold has gone up a bit, but that's at resistance. So that's fundamentally, that's still great. The USDT dominance is also has found resistance and has continued to be bearish. So that's also good for the markets. So then when we take a look at Bitcoin, one thing I talked about yesterday quite a lot is the fact that this move that we had yesterday and that basically started Tuesday to Wednesday night was very much built on leverage, right? And that is usually not an amazing sign, and that's what you can see right here. All right, usually when a move is with this much leverage, it doesn't really end well. Not always, but you can see, for example, right here, we actually got rid of the leverage 2-3 times within the move. And the last time we had a move like this, even though it was a little bit less, it did end with a drop. But the circumstances right now are slightly better. And that's also why I am prepared for a pullback. And I think you should be too. But the leverage doesn't matter as much as that it did right here. Because if you remember last week, it feels like much longer ago, but if you remember last week, the funding rates back then were super elevated. And if you look at the funding rates right now, they're fine, all right? Maybe they're going up a little bit, but that's also healthy. So that means that all those leveraged positions opened on Bitcoin don't really have to pay that much to keep them open, which is very different from right here, where they actually did have to pay a significant percentage in funding fees to keep them open. So for now, I think Bitcoin will be stable, initially here in this area between 102.5 and our main support level right here at 99,000, I'd say. There's a possibility today, but that depends on how we react. If we do get a pullback into this level, there's a possibility that we drop back down to the bottom of the range right here at 96, 95,000. Because in the end, if we zoom out here for Bitcoin, I do think some sort of a consolidation is the most likely structure here. So that's a possibility, but I would say it's also a possibility now that we actually get continuation. And the main level to break is this thicker dotted line at 102.5. Now, at the moment, because of the lack of new momentum coming in, because overnight was quite quiet for Bitcoin, and the lack of volume, as you can see right here, volume is actually dropping down right now, which has never been great to get a bullish breakout. Because of that, I would say it's most likely that will consolidate up here, all right? And then eventually, if we never get the breakout above 102.5, if we never get that volume, etc., then we will also drop back down to previous support levels here. But overall, I expect Bitcoin to be stable, and I do think there's a possibility to break above 102.5 and to make new all-time highs. But for that, like I said, we just need to gain much more volume. So if that happens, I'll be the first to tell you. But right now, given the current circumstances, we're bullish, we're stable. I don't think we're going to get that breakout. So those are my thoughts. That's sort of thing you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, have a great day, and I'll see you on my next videos, hopefully. Bye.